Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and to shed more light on the new satellite 301, we're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Hussein Amin, Professor of Journalism and Mass Communication. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Amin, how do you see the significance of launching the new satellite during this time?
Well, to tell you the truth, the story of NileSat is a very interesting story.
Yes.
It took a long line of Egyptian experts in terms of content, engineering, and telecommunications to work together ever since the 1990,
yes,
when we had the first Egyptian satellite television station to serve our soldiers who are fighting in Kuwait through Arabsat 1A and Arabsat 1B. And this is when we decide that the NileSat should be launched as an Egyptian satellite. And this took place in April 28, 1998.
Yes.
And for the first time, a digital technology been implemented in the Middle East. And we have seen a good number of satellite television stations on NileSat 101.
Yes.
And later after NileSat 102, who was launched 12 years after NileSat 101, in exactly August 2010.
Yes.
NileSat 102 is going to expire in the year 2028. And of course, experts, they came together and they examined the position of the services needed, as well as the turbo internet that is going to be in demand within the next 5 years. So in February, the officials of NileSat and a company called Thales, Alina Caesar, they get together and they sign an agreement. Mr. Ahmed Anis, who is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
He used to work for ERTU and Cairo, and he's the CEO. And Mr. Martin Van Schick, which is also the vice president for Thales Alenia Space.
Yes.
And they have signed the contract between NileSat and the company Thales in December 3rd, 2019. Okay. This new satellite is called NileSat 301.
Yes.
We have said that 101 was the first, 102 was the second, 301 is a new generation of NileSat. This satellite is very powerful, operating on Ku band and also Ka band. And Ka band is very narrow coverage, and the narrow coverage is for remote areas and for different touristic villages, and for ships covering the Suez Canal, and for the oil platforms in the sea, so that everybody will enjoy using the internet from NileSat 301. The Ku band is a wonderful band. It's very clear signal, and the signal of the NileSat, as I said before, very strong, but the footprint is not like the footprint of NileSat 102. NileSat 301 is going to cover the Nile Valley and is going to cover good parts of South Africa. So this is in addition of the footprint of the NileSat 102, which is covering the Arab world and part of Asia.
Yes.
So the coverage area, the footprint, is very wide, and the signal is very strong. In addition, that NileSat 301 is going to use Turbo Internet as a provider for everybody who would like to get a download from the satellite, and this is going to boost those who are using the internet extensively. We understand that there are 3 companies, telecommunication companies, that are working in Egypt, like Vodafone, Egypt Telecom, and telecommunication. Actually, four companies: Orange, Vodafone, Telecom Egypt, and Egyptian Telecommunications.
Yes.
Those are really, as we have heard before, that a big contract, almost $900 million, more than $900 million, been signed by the national company and Telecommunication Egypt, which is an Emirati company, to work together in building towers so that everybody is going on the mainland would have excellent coverage anywhere. But we need to say that NileSat 301 and the late satellite that was launched, FIBA-1, which is also a very powerful satellite, both are going to provide Egyptians with very powerful internet signals.
Yes.
And these are going to boost businesses. They're going to have incredible impact on education and on culture, and is going to interconnect Egyptians with the rest of the world.
Yes.
So if we imagine that we have new technologies, such as Internet of Things, such as cars driven itself, all of this is going to be artificial intelligence as well, because this is a field where, they depend completely on the internet speed. These are going to open doors for incredible jobs, and this is going to be, of course, reflected on the income of individuals living in Egypt.
Yes. Well, Professor Amin, will the viewers feel a big difference between the new satellite 301 and the previous one with regards not only to technology, but are there very distinguishing features that the viewers will feel?
Yes. Technology like HD, the high definition television.
Yes.
This high definition television, and we can see it right now, is going to make the picture crisp and clear. KU band is better than C band. HD is better than SD. And, it's going to reflect on a much better picture. The high definition is a much clearer picture of television. And we all know that, television now is an interactive platform. And all sets are introduced in the market. You can get YouTube. You can get all kinds of apps and platforms like Shahid, like Watch It, and this is going to increase. So these are internet-based. And therefore, the downloading and using connection with the turbo internet is going to make a huge difference with regard to new services that is going to make the viewers much more happy than the old one. I would say an example between an old television, black and white, and a colorful television. This is again is happening now with Nilesat 301 vis-a-vis the old one, which is the one we have mentioned, 102.
Yes, sir, how many satellite channels is the new Nilesat will it be capable to provide to the viewer?
Okay, well, it's misleading because it's a digital satellite, and we can, of course, you know, the Nilesat 102 is carrying 1,250 channels. So you can easily, maybe it's going to be double or triple the number of television channels in the maximum use. But we have to understand there is a big competition. You know, ever since we have launched Nilesat, there was again a number of satellites for the Arabsat system, new system in United Arab Emirates, new system in Qatar. Suhail, new system in Iran, Zohra, new satellite system in Sudan, new satellite system in so what I'm saying is, you know, a bunch of satellites been launched since 1998 and until 2022. So there is a competition, however. This satellite is very capable satellite, very strong, and is going to be launched on the same spot, 7 degrees west, and is going to complement two satellites. One is the old Nilesat 102 that we have still 4 years remaining in its lifespan, and a TIBA that was launched 6 months ago. So in Egypt, in terms of satellite broadcast, is a very powerful state now. This is in addition to the turbo internet via satellite.
Yes.
In addition to turbo internet via fiber optic networks that it started to do smart cities. The new administrative city, Ismailia and Port Said, now all converted.
Yes, well,
and also the last thing is the support of the Ministry of Education with regard to using online education.
Yes.
And support any kind of disease like COVID-19 when the COVID arrived, it was a miracle.
Right.
That Egypt been able to deliver online education for schools, for universities, and of course with some problems. But
indeed,
now the education is going to reach new levels with Nilesat 301.
Yes.
And I hope, of course, and the Egyptian culture as well. And it's going to be a two-way communication with the rest of the world, meaning that we are going to communicate with the world, and the world is going to communicate with us.
Definitely.
So, inshallah, it's going to be a much better future.
We're looking forward to that. Professor Dr. Hussein Amin, Professor of Journalism and Mass Communication, always a pleasure having you with us, sir. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of Cairo Local Time. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.